Going on YouTube, Facebook, wherever this video might end up, just sitting here, man, on my day off, thinking. Got some new read material, man. I'm reading The Millionaire Next Door. Good book. If you don't got it, you need to get it. Millionaire Next Door. But anyway, as I'm reading this book, I'm realizing a whole lot that we didn't learn when we was in school, man. Things that they ain't never taught. I don't care what school, elementary school, middle school, high school, college. We didn't learn a lot of stuff, a lot of common sense stuff about money in school. You know what I mean? We went out here and went to school and got good grades and graduated, and we didn't learn nothing about money in school at all. I'm trying to tell you, it's like I learned more since I've been out of school. You know what I'm saying? And I learned when I was in school about money and about obtaining wealth and things of that nature. Like, they don't even teach that type of stuff. Even in accounting classes, like, I go to University of Phoenix. And, for accountancy. There's a lot of things you don't learn about money that would have been very useful. You know what I mean? Very useful early on in life. And I just think about, like what if I would have known some of the stuff that I know now about how to obtain wealth, Like, we all know how to save. We really don't necessarily do it, but we all know about saving and investing and things of that nature, but it wasn't really taught to us to do so. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because now, I want to get into real estate investing. Maybe doing rental properties or learn how to wholesale, things of that nature. And if I would have had a lot of the information from the books that I read now, then early on in life, man, ain't no telling where I would be. So I think it's very important that we teach our kids financial literacy. Learn it ourselves first, and then teach it to our kids, man. And maybe they can learn it with us at the same time. Because I'm trying to tell you, we spend a lot of hours. I spend a lot of hours working, man. A lot of hours that I spent working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, trying to get somewhere. And I'm realizing right now, there was an easier way I could have done it. Easier. I think I learned that first from my mother. She used to work a lot. Her work ethic was real strenuous, man. 7 days a week, 6 days a week. 12 hours a day. And, that's just like what we taught to do. We just taught to work and work and work and work. You know what I mean? And save and every now and again and work and work and more work. You know what I mean? On top of working, you know what I mean? Just to work ourselves to death. And as you get older, man, you really can't do that. You can't work the same consistency you did when you was 20 years old. I learned in this book something that I've read a lot of books. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm gonna do a video on that soon. But Rich Dad Poor Dad, and all kind of books. Think and Grow Rich. The Millionaire Next Door. And I've learned more about finances and wealth building and wealth creation than I have the whole time I've been going to school. And it's crazy. It's like it's out there, but it's just not put in a fashion that people grasp on it. Because obviously we don't grasp on it, considering the fact of how many millionaires it is and how many billionaires it is, compared to how many people just working paycheck to paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck. So I'll tell you, hey, this is one of the books you should get, Millionaire Next Door. It should change your perception on what you should be doing. I mean, and I know everybody ain't business owners, everybody ain't meant to be entrepreneurs, but you can always invest. You can always invest in yourself or invest in, not 401ks. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about stocks, bonds, even your IRA or mutual funds or whatever the case may be. But we gotta break this cycle of just working ourselves to death, because when we get 65 years old, 70 years old, I don't think we're gonna have no Social Security. They used to tell us that in elementary school. We ain't gonna have no Social Security, to lean back on. And depending on how you save, throughout your life, you might not have anything really to retire on, that way either. I work with a lot of people that don't even have this 401k set up. I'm learning that ain't even the best way to save for retirement, but it's something. So, yeah, man, I'm just encouraging everybody to be more financially literate, man, so we can teach our kids. So our kids ain't got to do what we doing, because I work every day, you know what I'm saying, real hard. And, what if I could have, I've been working since I was 15, so what if I would have started from age 15 to age 20 saving? Shoot, by the time I was 20 years old, I could have been in a rental property, had good credit, and, had my own rental properties, had my own investments, been my own boss. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do now, be my own boss, because these jobs are not secure at all. So, yeah, I'm learning things now that I should have been learning a long time ago. And I want to encourage you to do the same, because you never know, you might have an idea, you might have something you want to do, and it's certain literature out here that'll help you get there. But yeah, just my thoughts for today. Just what if? Ask yourself, what if you would have learned some things a whole lot earlier in life? I know I would have been somewhere, in a whole different place. So yeah, man, encourage being financially literate, because I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. And y'all be safe out there, man. Till next time, Polo A signing off. Peace.